But think about how amazing it would be if you could actually get potable water to everybody who needed it. Think about how amazing it would be if you could deliver health care to everyone who needed it, feed everyone who wanted to be fed.
We have enormous challenges in public education in this city.
Like the global warming and all these issues with pollution, I'm pretty sure science is the answer to it.
None of these problems are problems that can be solved by a banker. They can't be solved by lawyers.
It's absolutely the case that in order for us to tackle some of the big, daunting global challenges that we're facing, the answers to those problems are going to come from a combination of the STEM disciplines.
I'm passionate about science, technology, engineering, and math. We call it STEM.
Science, technology, engineering, math. I think these are going to be the drivers of the 21st century.
I see science education as providing the population with critical thinkers.
If you don't understand science, at least, I think you're missing a big piece of what life has to offer.
What's the challenge? How do we get young people in America to think differently about the STEM subjects, right? Get more kids into science, technology, engineering, and math.
All right, good morning, guys. How you guys doing today? Today's Thursday. We have a lot of things going on.
One of the really unique things about the Hall of Science is the fact that we have the Explainer program, that we run the Science Career Ladder program, and we have these young people who, when you visit the museum, they're all over the floor. You spot them, they're wearing their red aprons, and they really are, in so many respects, the face of the Hall of Science.
So the program is a youth development program. It's a career development program. It's a workforce development program.
An employment opportunity for high school and college students in New York City to allow them to explore careers in science, to interact with the visitors that come to the museum every day, and to learn about 21st century skills and to develop their personal and professional career goals.
I'm Jess Spinoza, and I'm a program explainer here at the Hall of Science.
I'm Victor Marquez. I'm a program explainer at the New York Hall of Science.
My name is Chris. I'm a program explainer at the Hall of Science.
I'm Simon Lee. I'm one of the explainers here in the New York Hall of Science.
My name is Parmani Pitamber, and I work at the Hall of Science as an explainer.
When visitors come to the Science Center, what we notice is that they are excited to have young people as floor facilitators. And so as the family is interacting with an exhibit, the explainer comes up and really is engaging them in a conversation. So it's about conversations about science on the museum floor.
I am going to be conducting the cow's eye dissection demonstration.
I think what's great about being an explainer is the kind of feedback you get from all the visitors, especially little kids. When they actually understand the things that you are trying to teach them or talk to them about, it's a very rewarding experience.
What's the one thing they all have in common? Except for the helicopter. Yes, very good, wings. Wings are very important.
My favorite thing about being an explainer is actually explaining. I just really like it, teaching somebody something and seeing maybe the surprise or interest in their face. Like, I actually taught them something new that they can go and share with somebody else, and I was the start of that.
What really sparks a great interaction is that I not only give them knowledge, but I also give them the participation in science. And I think that's the key that really keeps me interested as well.
Being able to go up to people and interact with them, teach them, that's pretty much my favorite part. I also like the demonstrations.
I really love doing demonstrations because I'm educating on a topic they probably never even heard about.
The interaction part is probably my favorite. Like, I love it when I see someone's face, like when they learn something for the first time.
There's always that gap that you feel like science in the classroom is so hard to learn, but once you cross that bridge over to the hall, you're like, wow, this is science.
The explainers are a remarkable group of young people. When they are at their best, what I like to think they're doing is kind of playing the role of Pied Piper.
I wish I could have a job called, what is your job? I'm the explainer. No, but it's like a powerful thing. It's like I'm the teacher. I'm the explainer.
Explainers are the heart of the Hall of Science. The heart, the soul, the guts. When you go to all the different holes for the mini golf, you're able to experience many of the different circumstances that people have to go through when they go to space. Make it blast off, which is pretty cool.
You take the filter, you hold it up to one eye, and then notice what direction the airplanes are spinning in.
The baseball will go further because the air doesn't push it back so much because, like you said earlier, it's a little heavier, right? Right off of your hand, tennis ball will go slightly faster. Alrighty, you have any questions?
So if I push you a little harder, you kind of lose your balance, right?
They're drawing kids to be explainers, and there's nothing like empowering kids who are both learning about and explaining science. And so you create a culture in which the kids are excited about the learning and then also get involved in the teaching.
When the visitors come in, regardless of whether or not we are scientists, they see us in that way. They see us cutting a cow's eye and say, wow, that person must be a scientist. They see us playing with liquid nitrogen or talking about how astronauts live in space, and all these things make them think that we are scientists. They think maybe in the future I can be a scientist too.
Students enter the program having different strengths and different weaknesses. And what the program does is that it supports students to harness their strengths and leverage it, and then support them in improving their weaknesses.
So not only are they getting the skills that they need to become successful professionals in the future, they're learning about science. They're getting that first-time job opportunity.
Actually made me more curious about science.
Being here, and a part of the career ladder has really like brought me out of my shell. Like I'm able to get in front of a crowd of 40, 50, even 100 people and talk to them as if it was a one-on-one conversation.
I never thought that I'd consider teaching as like an option, but after working here and seeing the look on these kids' faces when they get something, like it gives me that satisfaction that I want more of it. So I'm actually thinking about teaching. So that's one way in which Hall of Sciences changed my outlook on things.
And so for me now, I see how helping the explainers grow helps all of our visitors grow as well. So I feel like I'm reaching out to a lot of people being here.
The Science Career Ladder is not only a program that's powerful in terms of helping young people acquire a whole host of what we might call 21st century skills, effective communication skills, effective problem-solving skills, effective collaboration skills, but we know it's a powerful program for introducing students to careers in STEM fields. And it's also an incredibly powerful program for training the next generation of urban science educators.
Well, if you just look at me, for example, when I started off here, I had no idea that I wanted to do education. I had no idea that I wanted to focus on science. I had no idea about who I was as a person. When you work at the Hall of Science, especially for as long as I have, you just become a totally different person. So I'm studying biology education at Queens College. I'm studying to be a secondary education teacher, like a high school teacher. I kind of want to start teaching right away. I just really want to get in the game.
Right now, I'm aspiring to be in the research sciences. I am an intern at the United States Geological Survey in Long Island. I've been working on my master's thesis for the past year. I don't think I would have gotten as far as I am in life right now if it wasn't for my experience with the Hall.
It's given me a lot of like life skills, a lot of interacting and engaging and speaking. I just transferred from LaGuardia to Queens College. My major is physics and my minor is secondary education. I want to teach first junior high science, and then I want to become a high school teacher.
I went from a 15-year-old with braces who knew nothing about science to, a person that's going for a career in biology education who just loves teaching. It was really, really important to my life. It defined my life in many ways.
I guess pretty much, what my dad has always told me, it's like you shouldn't be scared to try things out, just go and just jump for it. I'd like to see the look on the kids' face and when they learn something, especially when I showed them something on the museum floor, so I'd like to see that again in the classroom, my own classroom.
I would definitely bring my kids here, my classroom here. I think every science teacher should give their child that experiencing of, coming to the Hall. And if they don't, they're robbing them of a great experience and a great learning experience.
It does make science come alive. There's nothing like watching youngsters trying to talk to other people and share their excitement for making this really infectious.
You start people, you plant seeds, and all of them should grow to something. Some of them grow really, really tall.
Things like that keep it real for the kids. And my kids in New York, trust me, they want it to be kept real.